rounds of today to the last match that we'll see from Group C, Team EPHIX versus BALAVCiii. And the long break on the stream was happening because Group D went so fast that they actually finished round 7 before we finished round 6 of Group C. But we see that on the last match of today, we will see Tourjain, EPHIX as the Axis, BALAVCiii as the allies. Let's have some fun. EPHIX, what's interesting, actually lost their first match a few minutes ago against Super Kids. It was a very tough one, but Super Kids overcame lots of troubles there to get that victory. That pretty much secures them spot, as I see, because they are now 3-1-2 or something like that. I think they are safe to go. And we should already have the teams that are supposed to advance further. It should be BALAVCiii, EPHIX 4+1 and Super Kids. And now EPHIX and BALAVCiii will be fighting for the first spot of the group. Since BALAVCiii by far should be 6-0 and EPHIX should be 5-1. And if BALAVCiii wins here, will be another team to go 7-0. But Viogor, with the entry, with one of 2 entry kills of the round, leaving only 3 people from BALAVCiii side. Saiho, Hefest and Rookie, but Hefest is able to take down Icons. It brings some more space for the allies here. EPHIX, however, had not taken this and decided to take the matters into his own hands. It's 4 against 2. Rookie still hoping to find a plant here. Smoke still there, but the problem is that the nades are coming down, stopping them from the plant and also giving more time to EPHIX to commit into this A side. Santan already here, Rookie in the 1v4 clutch. He's able to take down Santan. He's also putting to sleep EPHIX, but Viogor was waiting for the opportunity to find that headshot and to bring the first point to Team EPHIX. In the meantime, to talk about Group D New Era, came as first team, winning 6 matches, tying 1. And we still have some matches going there, but Dynasty should be on a second place, I think, with a score of 6-1. So one of the better candidates to advance further into the playoffs as one of the best second places, but we'll get into that further tomorrow. Santan finding a kill for EPHIX, but it's BALAVCiii on the lead with 2 eliminations from both Saiho and Fukic. FS joining the squad, 4 against 2. BALAVCiii wants to find a quick response to that first point brought by EPHIX. Dane. So trying to turn this point around. Him and Santan seeking for the victory. And Dane is actually able to make this work because it will be a hat trick. His name, and Dane with the 4. What a round from EPHIX player. Fantastic showcase of a great shooting skills and a deadly precision that brought him to this victory. His first eliminations of the game, but very important ones. 4 in a row, making this 2-0. Putting BALAVCiii off the game. Hefest, another great nade coming from the allies here. We do see that they have some nasty lineups prepared, but as well as Team EPHIX, Viogor. With the response in Fukic, Johansson, Icons. Lots of trades on this map. Saiho in the scope duel, hoping to find EPHIX, but he's walking with empty hands. It's still not a bad spot for BALAVCiii as it's 3 versus 3. It's actually should be favoring them a bit, since less people on site means defenders have to split even more or leave more empty spaces for you to work around. But we do see EPHIX here covering the B side, being the first line of defense here. Saiho noticed one of the axes on the roof, trying to find the perfect angle with the scope. But seems like Dana will be escaping from this one. BALAVCiii slowly getting to the B side. EPHIX not being much of an obstacle here, but he's not fully committed to the side yet. It seems like probably EPHIX will let BALAVCiii plant the bomb here. The nades are coming down, but the problem is that Psycho was still holding onto his own. It is now 3 against 2. ELFZILA is eliminated, but now Icons pushing towards the side. The bomb is planted. It is 2 versus 2. And as I said, EPHIX will probably let BALAVCiii plant the bomb and go for the retake, as they did not have positions to fight for the B-side first-handed. Icons and Danny. He finds another great round. Danny now in the fight, but he will lose this duel with Psycho, making this a 1v2 clutch for Icons. He knows about the positions. He knows that probably a second guy is coming from behind, but he is trapped. Tries to find escape route here to recover, to take another approach on this clutch, but not enough time for him. To play it slowly, has to go for the elimination, but he just cannot split 2 ways. And beautiful execution by both Rookie and Psycho. With Rookie finally committing that to that last kill, getting that last elimination of the round, and getting BALAVCiii their first point of the game. ELFZILA in the middle, hoping to find someone on an unexpected angle. One more time, we do see those nades very precisely coming to EPHIX positions. Rookie blowing up Santan and following with kill on Dane, cleaning a lot of space near the A side, leaving Icons solo in this part of the map. And in the meantime, Johansen putting down ELFZILA, making this 5v2 BALAVCiii with fantastic rounds. But they just need to finish. That they just need to secure, but they are very close to this since Johansen finds the second kill. And it's now only Icons trying to sneak to the B side, but he was surrounded, and sooner or later someone would have found him. It turns out it was sooner. And EPHIX was there to finish the round and bring the flawless point to BALAVCiii, making it 2-2. If BALAVCiii wins this game, he still can advance as the first place. That would be a huge success, since they will be skipping the first round of playoffs, and it puts you actually more ahead, since we have a double elimination brackets. I mean, depends how bracket is constructed, but I would need to see this one. Dane, finally some revenge on EPHIX with those nades. Blowing up one of the Allies players, 5v4. We haven't seen EPHIX with the lead in 2-3 rounds. So that might be the opportunity for them to try and break the third point, try to cling to that advantage. Viokor, nice final EPHIX. Rookie, great counter here. A very much needed refrag for BALAVCiii to still continue comfortably attacking on the B side, since he already eliminated the danger on the backside. Psycho struggling a bit with HP. Doubled position in the side from both Santan and ELFZILA. It seems like this variation of defense will be working. Santan finding kill on Johansen. Rookie right now with the push, but he's not able to overcome ELFZILA. It's now Psycho against 4 EPHIX players, and the first one to encounter him will be enough to put him to sleep. It is 3-2 EPHIX. Once again in the lead. And we do see how important with those teams are the first eliminations, the tempo of the rounds, the momentum given by the first crack, and ELFZILA providing that to Team EPHIX. Vukic once again being the first one down. Viokor taking, making use of the smoke. EPHIX Dane. Lots of trade in the middle, but BALAVCiii losing their scope player. And also EPHIX being split up from the team. Now Rookie walking straight towards Viokor's crosser. And EPHIX still putting the fight on the flank, but the problem is that they are now 2 versus 3. EPHIX and Johansen far away from each other and even further away from the sides. There's still plenty of time for them, but EPHIX are playing really close to one another, so it might be hard to single out those duels. Dane just peeking through the roofs, and we do see that Icons disconnected, so we might have some technical issues, but for now, let's not worry about it, since Icons was not involved in this round. Dane got some information about BALAVCiii players, and even though that's almost 30 seconds passed, We do not see any more movement from the allies here. Dane just slowly picking kills one after another, getting both Johansson and Hefest for the very skew points. 4-2 EPHIX. With a short timeout, seems like this one would be a technical break for Icons to check if everything is still working fine there. I did see him disconnect a moment ago, so I hope everything will work perfectly. Seems like everything's fine, so we are ready to resume. And we should be ready to continue with round number 7, Rookie. Going with Johansson to the B-long, but now Icons and Dane making this position the shooting contest, though. Some trouble coming here from Hefest. And Icons punishing him for the misfire. Psycho with 1 kill for BALAVCiii. But it's just small parts of what was needed there from BALAVCiii to win the round. Psycho as the only one standing right now. Fighting against 4 EPHIX players. Icons waiting on the ground. Great shot from Garant, and it will be 5 points. So even though that he had some technical issues, seems like it didn't really bother him much since he's found 3 eliminations only since coming back. EPHIX finally bringing an entry kill to BALAVCiii with those nades. But actually EPHIX waited with once from them, and Dane with that delayed nade, finding elimination on Psycho. Great revenge, and once again BALAVCiii players being kind of stuck in those positions. You do see that if they're not fast enough to get those positions in like first few seconds, EPHIX can sort of get control of those duels, but now EPHIX being able to put Vyoko down, dismantles this strategy a bit. But Santan, what a beautiful push for the smoke, completely surprising the ally here. Smoke covering the B side. But the problem is that the B side is covered also by 2 Axis players, using the smoke as their coverage and trying to make the best use out of it. Both Rookie and Johansson very close to the side. Important position coming here from Icons. He's not able to get a single elimination from this one. Santan might need some help here, but the problem is that bomb will be planted on B side and Johansson gets Dane. So it's now only Santan playing. He might be forced to push. There's 2 players here, and Santan is not able to get a single one. So Johansson with another kill. The smoke started fading away, and Johansson's vision was starting to slowly get back to him and let him make second kill of the round, 3-5. BALAVCiii finally stopping that small win streak coming from EPHIX. Psycho gets lots of information from Long, and EPHIX in the meantime kills Dane. EPHIX with 1 more. A great push by BALAVCii's player, leaving a lot of space on the B side, forcing rotation from BALAVCiii. But Santan fighting back, is able to put Johansson down. The hero of the last rounds now has to rely on his teammates to win the point for him. Rookie dodging the nade, looking for someone, being pushed by the nade of the offensive side. But Rookie will fail his mission since Santan is still very keen of all of the dangers. Circling around the bomb side B. It's 3 versus 3. Now EPHIX matching that kill participation of BALAVCiii in round 9. And EPHIX, can he find even more? It might be needed if they want to take the next step towards the B side. But Santan, he's doing a lot of great work. Hefest finds BALAVCiii, but the problem is that Santan is still standing on that long. Santan or EPHIX, who will come on top of that duel? Neither of them wants to really go in for it, but we do see that BALAVCiii will try to zone Santan out. Santan sticks for help, but Icons won't be here in time. So Hefest is able to get on Santan's back and get this elimination 2 versus 1. But time being, Icons' friend here. Icons fighting for the first one. He's able to get it. He's trying to dance around the tank. But Hefest won't be tricked by that. And a great quick push from BALAVCiii's player to secure the hat-trick and secure another point, 5-4. Seems like this will be another close match of Team EPHIX, like another close half. BALAVCiiii. Whoa, the shot coming here from Team EPHIX player. Usually see that Icons is the one holding scope, but now BALAVCiiii doing a fantastic job with it. I didn't even really spot Johansen's head. BALAVCiiii shot it immediately. Maybe that's why I didn't see it. Icons kills Rookie as well. EPHIX really want to secure some points, some more points on the axis here before they can go full ballistic. But now Psycho winning the scope battle, trying to make some more open space for BALAVCiiii. EPHIX splitting those two-person team. Icons important position. He might be the one to find himself in the battle with both Psycho and Hefest. Icons, 1 HP, just run away, reposition closer to Dane. We do see that slowly BALAVCiiii are making a presence on the A side, but Santan cleaning B, which might slowly be forcing rest of BALAVCiii's player into the cage. Psycho eliminated by Icons, and now it's only Hefest fighting for his life. 1 versus 4.
Eliminated.
Boxed out in the side. And it was a matter of time until one of EPHIX player would have found him and shot him again. 6-4. Seems like another short break because some FPS back again, bothering Icons gameplay. We do see that he disconnected one more time to reset everything. And I really, really hope that he can sort it out fast because it is getting pretty late. It is almost 1 AM. And we still have loads of matches tomorrow and Sunday. And especially that tomorrow we do start best of threes, which are fun. Like, best of three are fun, but the problem is that they're very unpredictable since you don't know if it's 2-0 or it's 1 and how long will the maps take. It's really, really tough to plan your whole schedule around BO3s. And trust me, I have loads of experience with those, so yeah, I had to experience long breaks in work because you had like set in stone times for the matches and also long delays because some BO3s just took very, very long time, and also I've seen organizers completely underestimating time that is needed for the best of three. I've seen all of this, trust me, but now I finally am able to see more of this match. A Rookie with 2 eliminations, doing a very important job on those alleys. Rookie each kills Icons, and that should leave B side completely open. Smoke is being put down, and the fact is that the rest of BALAVCiii's team will not even join their teammate there. They will just let Rookie plant and cover him from the spawn. Dane was still putting out the fight, but the bodyguards were all here hunting for the one particular man that they were told to hunt down. 6-5. And there's a huge potential that the first half of this Tujane will end in a draw, leaving us with a very open scenario for second half of this match. EPHIX, of course, will love to find a small advantage, the 2-point lead that might seem not that big, but might actually be crucial to the victory. Santan fighting for the first kill. It's BALAVCiiiii pushing down with Icons. Joker will be eliminated. Icons with a great refrag here, trying to cover his teammate. If you do go on missions like that, you have to at least get a refrag from it, because now Dane can both with Santan gets eliminations from the side, and it turns out that BALAVCiiiii do not really have any players more to go and push with Who can they push with? Hefest trading 1 for 1, leaving Johansson in 1 versus 3. Johansson hoping to lurk that one elimination from the side to ease himself up in this clutch. But the problem is that Dane is still standing and EPHIX is close to him. Might be a great cover, and Dane, he doesn't really even need that. Found ahead, beautiful angle from Dane here. 7-5, EPHIX with a small lead after the first half. Now will be joining the ally side as BALAVCiii will join the defense. And it seems like we are not wasting any more time, so we should be ready to go and start second half of this match. Icons from the spawn. Those nades will not connect, and he's aware that someone is at the tank, that he has to be careful here. But also that there's an opportunity of elimination. EPHIX will be the one to take it. Psycho already killed. You do see that Rookie will try to go further. Rookie with an aggressive push, hoping to find at least one elimination here. The question now is EPHIX ready for this? If Rookie decides to take a few steps more. Rookie unnoticed by far. Oh, and he's on behind, but EPHIX in the last possible moment interrupts him from getting those eliminations. And it will be second kill of the round coming to Team EPHIX. Hefest fighting back. B-side might be taken in few moments. Unless Hefest and Fukic are able to hold this one out. And actually, EPHIX decided to go with the rotation, but Johansson eliminating the first one to get Johansson making this 3 versus 3. EPHIX losing some of this advantage, and now Johansson can activate his position one more time to stick a needle in the eye of EPHIX players. Dane is still waiting for that, knowing the exact spot that his enemy is located in. And the bomb will be actually planted. Johansson was so stuck in here that he couldn't really react for the fact that EPHIX was planting the bomb on A side. And now Dane finds skill on Hefest, making this 3v2. Icons sniping Johansson. He couldn't really escape from that position without any cover from his teammates. And Fukic located with the scope, completely surrounded by allies' forces. And it's now 8-5. EPHIX slowly getting some advantage, slowly building some lead to this match. And BALAVCiii still trying to fight for this victory. I mean, even if they lose, they are in pretty decent spots, since they would be second place with 6-1. But of course, it would look better if they just went with 7-0, if they just went straight to the playoffs without worrying about other second places. And any sort of tiebreaker. Santan finds a kill, Dane with another one. And even though that those rifles did not get much screen time from EPHIX this round, nades were enough to clean the first part of defense, and Dane now following with the rifle to make it 3 versus 2. Rookie, great shot to finally stop Dane on his mission, and it's EPHIX and Viogor left from the EPHIX side. Fukic and Rookie on the other hand, and Rookie being responsible for the B-side, having also some cover from Fukic. EPHIX taking their time since they have 50 seconds on the clock. Also, there's still one more nade from Fukic, so even if they are able to go to other sides, plan should be interrupted. EPHIX is able to avenge Viogor heal. It's EPHIX versus Fukic, but Fukic with a fantastic snipe shot, eliminating EPHIX and making this 8-6, not letting EPHIX run with the score. And not letting them getting any more comfortable with the win streak. Lots of nades. No casualties by far. Everyone was able to dodge all of this cannonade, but Icons was not able. Sorry, Psycho was not able to dodge Icon's shot. Viogor finds Fukic as well. A quick push from EPHIX, trying to change up the tempo. It seems like it is working because A side is taken immediately by EPHIX, putting them in a very, very attractive post plant. 4 versus 2. Hefest and Johansson, a tough challenge in front of them to take the side back from hands of Team EPHIX. Johansen in the smoke. It seems like they will have really hard time even getting close to the bomb, not even talking about defusing it and taking all of the space from EPHIX players. Johansen already in the fight. But Hefes just trading here 1 for 1. It's definitely not enough. 20 seconds on the clock and Icons for another kill. 9-6. Another triple for Icons. And EPHIX building that 3-point lead. Only 4 points more needed for them to secure the 6th victory of the day and fight for that first spot of Group C. I'm not sure right now what are the tiebreakers, or is it met between the teams, or is it round difference? But one thing that I'm sure of, that is one more time a beautiful cannonade here. Vukic and Rookie both finding those nade kills, but Vyokr and Icons with a response 3-3. EPHIX. Slower approach, we did see that they are not so eager to rush. They are not so eager to go for those fast pushes, because if they are using a fast push, it's mostly to use it as a surprise method for the enemy defense to catch them off guard when they are not ready for such an attack. Saiho. Still seeking that elimination. EPHIX are waiting. EPHIX are trying to lure Axis out of their hiding spots. But BALAVCiii are patient. They are not getting involved in those unnecessary fights. They are waiting for EPHIX to show to the fight nearby the site where they have positions, where they have an advantage, and where also they have Hefes with one more nade. Saiho spotting one of the players. Hefes being able to get that elimination. Saiho still fighting. He's able to reposition, and Rookie comes with the save. Vyokr still fights, but Saiho isn't here for nothing. He was covering Rookie. Beautiful cooperation between those two. Another point for BALAVCiii, 97. BALAVCiii. Nice shot to open the round, but Hefest with an 8-turn response. BALAVCiii couldn't really reposition after this one. So it's 4 versus 4. Great answer from Hefest here to not let EPHIX away with that advantage. But Vyokr another nade. Santan struggling in this fight, but being able to win this duel on the last HP that he had. Hefest being put down and B-side completely cleaned out. Seems like the pattern of the mixed winning. Once EPHIX being on top and every other round being won by BALAVCiii, still continuing. Of course, EPHIX would love it that happened till the end of the match, because they would be the ones to finish with the 13th point. But by far, they have to be content with the fact that they will get double digits. At least until Saiho and Johansen put a great clutch, but it's 2 versus 4 and only 40 seconds on the clock. So it's not like I don't believe in those guys' skills. It's just pretty much impossible for them to do it in such a short time. Especially that Vyokr finds Saiho, and it's now Johansen who's on the other side of the map. So definitely we can say that it will be double digits appearing on EPHIX side, 10-7. It seems like no matter how hard BALAVCiii tries this side, EPHIX are going to keep that 2-3 points lead, which is a very safe distance kept from the enemy. But now Hefes with a beautiful nade. 1 nade to kills both of Zilla and Dane. Will be casualties of that fantastic throw by Hefes. This round is already getting complicated for EPHIX, and it's not getting easier with the fact that Santan loses the duel with Rookie. Vukic wins battle with Icons, and it's now only Vyokr standing still. First kill for him, 4 more to go. Can we see the 1v5 clutch, especially with Vyokr now being low on HP? Quick recover, and he might be forced to push through that smoke. I mean, he does not have much to lose here. He's able to find another one, Johansen. However, waiting for his occasion to appear. not giving any chance for Vyoko to reposition, to reinstate himself in that clutch. So it would be yet another point like that in our beautiful Potsdam for BALAVCiii. And now would be the time to break this Potsdam, to give yourself a bit some time. Fight for the victory, Rookie. What a beautiful follow-up, Nate. And Hefes also finding that elimination. 5-3. This might finally break the pattern and give that point to BALAVCiii, but Dane won't let that happen that easily. He's able to find Rookie as well as Vyokor now finding headshot on Psycho with his 3 versus 3. Left side of the map still controlled by BALAVCiii, but the problem is that the right side of the map is slowly getting dominated by EPHIX. The problem is that bomb sites are either on left or in the middle, and Dane now losing his life to Fukic. 2 versus 3, a very important run in front of EPHIX if they want to keep the safe distance, if they want to keep BALAVCiii out of this score. Still one more nade to Fukic's name. Icon spotted one of the enemies. Are trying to at least push them out of the side so they can comfortably plant the explosives. Icons checking every angle, cannot really find much since BALAVCiii is playing this really slowly. They know that they have an advantage on defense. They know that they have nades. And they know they can just come for the retake. Icons trying to find that kill literally anywhere. But not a single BALAVCiii player inside. Vyokor on the distance. But if either of EPHIX player loses his life there, it's as well as over. Vyokor now trying to join his teammate to cover him from the plant since it's not much time left. 20 seconds on the clock. And the nade is going down. Icons, he will not able to run away from this one. The bomb is planted, but doesn't really matter if Vyokor is left 1 versus 3. Vyokor cannot find this first one. Beautiful headshot on Fukic, but has to reload. If he had found the first one quickly, it might have been still a chance, but now the bomb is defused. He had to rush, and Johansen had an easy shot set up on Vyokor. 10-9, a contact point for BALAVCiii. It seems like the end might not be as clear as EPHIX thought it would be. BALAVCiii still keeping the contact, still keeping intact with the rivals. And EPHIX being completely kept out of the action for those first few seconds, remembering all of those nades. But patience paid off since Icons now being able to find the first elimination of the round. Fukic losing that scope duel, giving EPHIX some more space to finally push towards long. Now important part on Hefe's side. Can he find this elimination? Joined by Rookie. Actually might have spotted someone nearby the truck. Now we'll be closing the distance to the B side. An important position from Vyokor, because I think he was spotted actually by BALAVCiii players. They just do not have nades to push him out of the position. But they definitely will be covering that spot, hoping to find him whenever he picks from his hiding spot. He's going to back up from this one, join Dane and Santan, put the smoke to cut out vision from the spawn and try to zone B side out. The problem is that Johansen now finds elimination on BALAVCiii. Santan, beautiful nade on Hefest. Rookie being left alone here, and Rookie, lot of work to do here, and he's not able to get even one elimination. Santan with the kill. It is 4 versus 2. Psycho and Johansen in the clutch to tie the score, but the problem is that the bomb will be planted in a few seconds and they cannot stop this one. They do not have nades, they do not have positions. The best they can do is fight for the retake, but Psycho is already taken down by Icons, leaving Johansen in 1 versus 4 clutch. Not knowing much about position of Team EPHIX, and seems like this should be point number 11. Team EPHIX getting so close to that victory. But they need to remember that tie might be enough for BALAVCiii to win this round, to win this group stage. So they really need to go for the victory here, but they are on the good path, since they are still keeping that advantage. Still those 2 points up, and even those that they are not this ahead as they were a few rounds ago, it's still looking very decent for them. Psycho, a kill on BALAVCiii. To bring some heat again on BALAVCii's side. A very aggressive position from Rookie here, looking for anyone. Trying to close the distance to bomb side A. Santan on the push. This individual mission might be a bit of a surprise. The alleys are clean. Means that the BALAVCiii players are stuck either on sides or on roofs. Which both of statements are true. Dana finding Fukic. A bit more loose space on bomb side B since only Hefest is now covering here. But Johansen on the middle. Finds Dana. Completely putting this attack out of rhythm. 1 minute on the clock for Team EPHIX to attack here, and BALAVCiii doubling and tripling the positions, the key positions to hold both sides. They know that EPHIX will probably play this around bomb side B. That's where majority of the forces are committed. Santan and Viogor. BALAVCiii will try to hold this spot. They are forced out of it. Hefes decided to be stubborn, paid for the huge price for it since he's eliminated by Santan. Now found a way to the side, found himself a better position to trying to cover his teammates, and finally we will see EPHIX closing the distance. The bomb will be planted. There are no more nades on the side of BALAVCiii, so the bomb can be safely planted. And now Icons finds Psycho, putting an advantage for EPHIX in this after plants, making this 3 versus 2, and possibly a 12 point for Team EPHIX to bring those 3 match points to their side. Rookie eliminated by Viogor, and it's now only Johansen standing still. Johansen closely getting towards the side, but there is Santan waiting for him, and he will find that kill. So there's no need to call for backups, and Santan cleaning this one. 12-9, 3 chances for EPHIX to win another match in the group stage, to probably fight for the first place. Let me just quick check. The problem is that one of BALAVCii's matches isn't counted because there is some bug on the platform, so we cannot count round this well, but seems like in the terms of round 1, BALAVCiii still should be a bit better than EPHIX. I don't know about this one match, but since they won it, plus, yeah, I don't think EPHIX really stood a chance with this one, since they had lots of close matches, and BALAVCiii actually dominated a few of those. And I think the match that they won was like 13-9 because it was this Matmata against Dirty Bompier. So I think, if the deciding factor are the round difference, regardless of this match, I think that BALAVCiii still should advance as the first spot, but EPHIX fighting for that 6-1 score, because even if they are second, 6-1 score gives much better chance of advancing as one of the best second places than 5-2, for example, that Armia from Group B has. You know that Team Micro is on 6-1 with also some pretty good deciders from both Group B and C. There's Team on 5-something. Group B and D. Santan, Johansen, and EPHIX closing this here and now. I got caught up a bit in the statistics, but EPHIX winning the last match of the stream. We will see tomorrow who's first, who's second. It's late tonight. We will sum it up after we get everything cleaned up. So thank you very much for the stream. 14 matches of Call of Duty. Wow, it was a lot, but it's only a beginning. Tomorrow, around 9 AM, we are starting last 2 groups, Group E and Group F. And after that, in the afternoon session, we will start with the first round of the playoff bracket.